ang ating smart picks and bans. Tignan natin ano pang ilalabas ngayon ng Imperial Esports at Kalasag. Halos andito na tayo sa, nagkapika na tayo ng mga may init na power picks eh.
Actually, Kalasag Allstar might be gunning in for an IF pick because of that first ban. Pero alam naman natin, it's not gonna be possible as long as there's gonna be two ban. Kahit isa nga lang yung ban and picks, Aya is not gonna be showing herself into any kind of match just because of the utility she can bring. But Kira, that's gonna definitely a target ban onto 1-9. And Pain as well has been taken out. Kalasag All-Star is probably very, very afraid on the potential of the jungler of Imperial Esports.
Yeah, definitely kakaiba ang laruan dito. Actually, not just jungle, and I think the overall synergy that they've got in the jungle and in the support, and include na natin yung mid-jam because of these three are usually the roamers in the map. So, for the meantime though, Kalasag is trying to prepare for any tanky target na pwedeng ilabas ng Imperial Esports. There's the Zip that has always been banned up against Sofia Nicole. Respect ban kung tawagin natin to dahil isa siya sa mga may favorite ng Zip. So I guess this is just Kalasag Esports also just being prepared for that. They won't be revealing that much, but this will also potentially prepare Imperial Esports na okay, you're expecting us to maybe pick a tanky champion and all that. No, we're then just gonna be prepared something na kahit hindi tanky will be able to just take you down that easily. But then again, wala na tayong quick knock, nakuha na kanina yon. So, let's just find out ano kaya ang dalawang ipipick ng Imperial Esports.
Yeah, probably the first 3 picks. Maybe they can actually lock into a jungler just because all the bans are actually leaning into the jungling side of Imperial Esports. But Varus has been picked out. This could be a potential jungle Varus. Kalasag All-Star still has a lot on their plate. Iggy is still open. Lorian was banned out. Zata could be a potential mid lane. Liliana as well is open for the taking. With the Ignis being picked out by Imperial Esports, they're actually going in for sustainable clashes. Ignis so far is a hero that excels as a controller into those 5v5 clashes. With the Hayate being picked up, they are actually aiming to counter that Hayate, disrupting the Kunai Blitz with the stunts that we're seeing from the first 2 picks of Imperial Esports.
So far, first 3 picks of Kalasag, I'm liking it in terms of the balance with the setup, engage, and even the disengage and the output damage as well. Even the burst too. So, kompleto Ricardo so far sa first 3 picks pa lang. I guess ang kulang na lang, even the assassination is there. You know, we've got the Liliana in here. Palag na yan. But I guess wala pa masyadong i-reveal ang Imperial Esports. But in terms of sustain, and of course, bruiser type, we've got in here the Varus, of course, na alam natin, pag tumatama yung kanyang skills dito, definitely regen lang and all that. What I worry about right now is the Ignis. Definitely not too mobile, so I guess kailangan niyang mag-ingat dito if in case there's gonna be an addition of flankers on the side of Kalasag. But so far, too many things can happen in this draft. Mahirap pang mag-predict who's really gonna get the upper advantage. But Laville. Wala talagang Elsu, no, Vittorio? Wala talagang Elsu na lumalabas. But, okay, Slims, tapos na tayo kay Slims. Let's go for the Laville. We're gonna show you how Double Trouble works.
Well, you need to have a lot of confidence if you're actually picking out also in a competitive environment. And, you know, I feel like Elsu is also one of those heroes with the higher risk, high reward, like the Florentino, just because of the things that he can bring into the table. And them actually not picking out also says a lot on their confidence on themselves. Maybe they're actually waiting for the right moment. Maybe it's the secret weapon of one of the teams that are here in the finals. We don't know yet, but with the Laville being picked out, we already see 3 of the champions of Imperial Esports sporting some sort of crowd control. And
That's for
that's,
sure.
yeah, that's pretty pressuring on the side of Kalasag. Once a double trouble hits, that's gonna be a symphony of crowd controls.
Sabay-sabay na pwedeng ibuhos din even the smaller stuns near the slow stun coming from the Ignis. But still, I still do believe in the capacity of what the Hayate Baldum can do. I mentioned about the Baldum, hindi rin biro na gamitin itong hero na to. Just because, of course, if your ultimate failed, then wala na. Especially if you're trying to save someone or maybe trying to go for an initiate. And we also have to like rely on what the Liliana can do. Of course, a stun connecting is a way to go for Kalasag here to initiate some team fight, and we just have to find and wait as well for the Hayate to go for the Kunai Blitz. So we'll have to find out time pa pwede mangyari. But so far, look at the pants now. We've got the Lubo, the Scud, and the Nakroth. So they are also in here trying to prevent those additional flankers that could take on the life of the Hayate. Ikaw, anong take mo dito sa ating final bans, Vittorio?
Well, I actually don't understand the Scud ban. It's not really a hero that is gonna be very, very scary for a Hayate who can just shred. Yeah, in terms of the health percentages of tanks. And also, there's a lot of options on the table. Knockrod as well. I don't think that's gonna be an optimal ban for them, just because of the Liliana that can actually just put a one combo into that assassin hero. Allstar is actually gonna be open for Imperial Esports, and they can actually utilize the Allstar as well. But since they're actually expecting the Varus to be using the jungle, they did not ban additional junglers for themselves. And this is the first time Kalasag is going to be sporting two tanky heroes on their lineup. They picked up a Omen and they picked up a Baldum. So they're going for a balanced kind of composition instead of damage is king.
That's for sure. But look at this one. We have been mentioning Zip has been always respected for Sophia Nicole, but so far, kanina nagtataka, okay, why Scott? But they forgot about the Zip. And this time, this is gonna be a tough fight, I do believe so. And, oh, by the way, yung dalawang pick kanina ng Kalasag dito, the Elandor as well as the Laville now is on the side of Imperial Esports. Now, if Imperial Esports actually able to make a good game out of these two champions as well, then they saying probably, alright, we really deserve our spot. But of course, Kalasag Esports, if they take the win in this game and maybe even really go for that reverse sweep, then this is Kalasag Esports, them being labeled as the comeback case. We'll just have to find out. Pero I think the key in here is na pick at na-secure ni Sophia Nicole ang kanyang Zip.
So far, Zip has been underwhelming in the meta just because he is easily executed most of the time. He's not the support that could actually tank, but definitely it's gonna be able to save a lot of people, especially in this kind of lineup. As long as you're gonna be able to utilize the utilities of the Zip well, you're gonna be able to actually spiral the early game into your control, because most of those moments wherein the Zip can actually save you, once you go for a tower dive, you can actually commit a lot of strategies as well. You can actually go and gank some lanes and use the Zip roll to actually be able to be mobile with the whole of your team. And in terms of the composition, though, on the drafting, we're going to see a lot of damage now on the side of Imperial Esports. It's going to be opposite to what we're going to see from the side of Kalasag All-Stars. But still, the one that's going to dictate the battle here is if Cly can actually hold his ground. If Cly on the this lane is still going to be shut down, it's still going to be Imperial Esports on the top of the late game.
Yes, we'll have to find out. I think the problem here as well is that how can they actually try to chase that very slippery Elandor? But then again, they've got an Omen. They have two setters, to be honest. Actually, three. Let's add up the Liliana in there as well. So, still hard to decide, on, at least from my perspective, that, okay, we're gonna give this game onto the composition of, say, Kalasag already, or maybe even for Imperial Esports, still will boil down on how they will play. And I'm so excited to see this. We'll just have to find out. But I guess to our viewers in the live stream, don't forget to share the live stream with the hashtags hashtag muling lumakad Matatag at hashtag Sibol powered by Smart. Everyone in here has to be sport. We are going to be representing the Philippines in different esports events, and I think it's just so good if we try to become sports in everything we do, including the players, including the fans and the supporters. But for now, let's head into the battlefield. This is Kalasag Allstar versus Imperial Esports. 3-0 na tayo in favor of Imperial.
Yeah, and we're seeing a three-man start for both of the sides. They want to have the advantage here, but no one's poking on both sides. And Legacy Yoi and Quinn is actually going to spot out the rotate here from the label to the top lane, but they're going to be first in the lane, and it's just going to be Tora and the others trying to go for an invade and tries to delay Mickey on his rotate, while the Elender is just going to be peacefully getting all of his resources in.
That's so true. And again, just like always in early game time, not much is happening. And now I finally see a quite of an invade in here. The Zip as well as the Varus going for the small camp down bottom part of the map on the side of Kalasag All Star. But too early to tell. Let's see how that will pay off. As for the Spirit Channel, I just didn't quite notice who actually got it. Probably the
Kalasag.
Hayate.
Yeah, the Kalasag
Yeah,
All-Star. Yeah,
yeah.
they were able to take the Sentinel, but for now, it's not really going to be substantial as long as no one's going to die in this early game. Rescore spots out members of the Kalasag All-Star here in the mid lane, and there's going to be a lot of information that it is going to be a rotate here to the bot lane. They may eye onto the Abyssal Dragon, since the buff is definitely more effective in the early game. But we're gonna see Quinn spotting out 1 down 9. He's not gonna be punished for it though. But four of the members of IE is there. The double trouble is gonna get a hit. That's gonna be a lot of downtime, and they get that first blood. And 1 down 9, and the other members of Imperial Esports are winning lot. Tora gets that stun, and two of the members are gonna fall for Kalasag All-Star. That's a lot of gold and advantages, and Yui again is gonna be stunned here. Tora is just getting ham with that Varus.
And that was the kind of double trouble we're looking for. One that when you are ready, not just you actually, all of your teammates are actually ready to engage into the clash once you go try to hit for that double trouble. And that has just happened. That gave Imperial Esports a 2-kill lead for their spot, as well as 2k gold lead. And finally, even at least this contest in the area of the Sentinel. Quinn trying to go for the chase, but no, he's just going to be ending up to backing away, while the rest of the members, Imperial Esports, try to go for that spot. And look at the top lane that Fly is actually doing down bottom part of the map as well. It's looking good. Just trying to catch up on what Imperial Esports have in terms of the lead so far.
Yep, and Sophia Nicole is going to be forced to get back with half of his health already gone. And this is going to be a routine. You don't want your support to actually engage whenever you have half of that health. The stun from Yobi is going to only hit cross core. 1 down 9 was able to kite that damage. He's going to still have the advantage here with a 1.5k gold deficit. Imperial Esports has the better itemizations right now, with Tora just hovering into the backside. They're not committing for that objective take just yet. Sophia Nicole is in the area, spots out Yui and Quinn, and most of the Imperial Esports members are going to be into the pit. They secure that Dark Slayer. 2 objectives already to their name, plus 2 kill advantages. Imperial Esports was not wanting for any kind of advantage. And this is going to spell a lot of good things for the early game of Imperial Esports.
Well, based on the position of Kalasag All-Star a while ago on that area of the Dark Slayer, they were really defensive. I don't think there's no way for them to go for a steal unless they're really lucky on the 50% chance. But if in case they go for a steal, we can see that the advantage in terms of number was on the hands of Imperial Esports. Instead, if in case they go for that attempt to go for a steal, they're just gonna be punished. Yes, they get maybe the Dragon if they get that 50 chance, but again, the punish is there. So it's better to just back away and be safe and maybe try to farm some minions in the lanes.
Yep, and we're gonna see here that Liliana wants to deal a lot of damage to Criscore here in the mid lane just to get some advantage in terms of rotation. But even if he does damage for score can just safely stay in the back, go for some stuns, and wait for the other members to deal a lot of damage. Now Nine is gonna be missing out on the stuns from Yui and deals a lot of damage on Quinn. He's gonna be half of his health. Tora joins into the party, and a stun is gonna connect to Mickey as well. And most of the exchanges, Imperial Esports is actually winning it with the range and also the mobility of all of their heroes.
Oh my!
Spotting out them, and the Abyssal Dragon is going to be taken again by Imperial Esports.
And Sophia Nicole just so like small camp coming from Kalasag All Star. She is just so aggressive in terms of making all that play. And again, of course, Zip Angry is just usually helpful in terms of delaying the opponent's side in getting the gold and the experience that they need. So far, all the teams right now is actually rotating towards the top part of the map. Will there be a stun that will connect? Apparently not. And the camp is still gonna go to Imperial Esports.
Yeah, right now it's not gonna be an effective pick. Tora goes in with the Venom, gets a stun with a Stinger, and Yui almost gets taken out. If we're gonna see most of the members here, the demonic arm is gonna be used here by Mickey, but none of the creep waves was actually deleted at that moment. Quinn is doing his best to stop the Wild Prison being used, not getting a hit. 109 gets that kill. Sophia Nicole drops into the back, boxing out the members of Kalasag All-Star.
Cool. The level of play of Imperial Esports right now is just so amazing. This is 6-minute game time that they have taken down a turret already on the top side. It's very critical because with that turret already taken down, they've got a good position whenever they want to go for a contest in the Sentinel as well as in this layer area, which they're actually working on taking right now. And there you go, successfully taking that. There, it's gonna help them definitely in terms of going for a push. Look at that Veil, really uncontested lane as well, just really going for that movement in the map. We don't usually see that he's alone, but you know, Sophia Nicole just happily going for that protection. No double trouble with connect, it's fine. But from here, Clyde super low on HP, and there it goes. I thought the Bears will actually get it, and there you go, the Zip Angry, making sure that everyone's gonna be safe. No Battle Doom, skill will connect onto anyone, and that's how you go about it.
Open Yui is going to be taken out by Tora with that Venom combination. Varus is going in high in this game, and this is the advantage that you want when you have a
blue team tower has been destroyed.
You have all of the leeway to deal sustainable damage for yourself, and if you add Ignis and also the Varus to the mix, they are going to be able to finish a lot of the heroes on the side of Kalasag All-Star. In Kalasag All-Star right now, we're not seeing a lot of gas on their gameplay, and this is definitely you need to have that special kind of mentality to get back into the game, and I'm not seeing it right now from Kalasag All-Star. They need to wake up and make some plays for themselves.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, we had a 10-minute break a while ago, and of course, that could even me, man. I was doing something else, trying to chill down and prepare and discuss. But of course, for players, it's so much more. There is the pressure coming from the game itself, the hopes and the dreams of really wanting to make it. At the same time, the pressure coming up from the fans. But Imperial Esports is currently really on a different level. Will there be a magic that can happen in here? Will there be a steal that can happen? Queen, Mickey, trying to go for a play, and look at that crucial steal that just happened. Mickey really is gonna go for that still, and yes, finally some breathing room for Kalasag Allstar.
Well, I think that's going to be a double trouble getting a hit. The cleanse is going to be committed. Sophia Nicole uses that Zip Angry, repositions the members of IE from that wild prison. Yowie, still half of his health left. 1 down 9 is very, very aggressive here. Tries to steal that red buff, but he is going to be missing that out. And he goes for that kiting play. Quinn is not going to hit with that charge. And still, Imperial Esports is going to be on top. Although that Slayer take was actually unnecessary. They already have that damage reduction buff on the objectives because of the Holy Dragon take. So I think that was a very, very premature. And any kind of mistake is a mistake that could actually cost you the game. And that actually boosted up some of the gold of Kalasag All-Star. Although the gold that they need is actually on getting the shutdown kills. If they shut down Tora here, they could probably take back the game. But still, that's easier said than done. We're gonna see here 1 down 9 teleporting away. The double trouble not getting a hit. The first time that the double trouble actually missed the target.
And not only that, the Wild Prison missed too, so it's kind of like a 1-for-1 situation where both of the sides right now, their ultimate is going to be put into waste just a little bit. So it is a waiting game so far. It's kind of obvious. I feel like both of the teams know that they are actually on both ends of this mid lane bush. There goes the zip roll coming from Sophia Nicole. Quinn super low on HP. Will there be a casualty this time? And yes, in the blue tower will fall down. Look at the shields coming up from the Zip Angry. Being super low on HP, but look what the Omen is doing. On the other end of the map, is going to go for a turret take. Members of Imperial Esports forced to back away, but it's kind of too late. I think Clyde will still be able to make it out back to the base unless he mistakenly cancels the teleport. But he's not. He's good to go. And yeah, it's looking good so far for Imperial Esports because of the turret take in the mid that opened up the jungle camps of Kalasag All-Star.
The 1 down 9 is going to be spotting out the members of Kalasag All-Star. That's 3 members from Kalasag, but with the damage reduction buff, they're not going to be able to take that Holy Dragon fast enough for the rotate of Imperial Esports. And they're going to try to actually just reset it while the Ignis is actually harassing the Liliana on the top lane. The Omen comes forward, but with the cautiousness that we're seeing from Imperial Esports, it's just going to be very, very hard to take a target freely. And Quinn is going to be spotting out that the Holy Dragon is being taken, but he is harassing the stun buffing across the board on that Ignis is just too much. And they secure a kill onto that support without any kind of help from his teammates. And he spots out here 1 down 9. He is starting to get a little dicier with the damage that she's bringing, and they're actually starting here the Infinite Slayer. This is still going to be crucial. Even with the retribution, it is still a chance that they're not going to be able to secure it, but they actually boxed out the members of Kalasag All-Star to secure 2 of the objectives consecutively.
Yeah, I mean, for them, the thing that happened, the steal that Miki did a while ago cannot happen again, said Sophia Nicole. The time that Miki was able to go for that steal is because no one was actually boxing out. No one is actually creating the space. I think that's just something that they have forgotten because we don't normally see that Sophia Nicole doing. And this time, it was a reminder, okay, in the future, make sure to create some space. But meantime, let's take a look at the fight on going onto the mid, so was into the top side. Members of the side, Kalasag. Oh, sorry, Yumi super low. But HP will still last long. The double trouble will it connect? Yes, it did. It will connect. That is looking so bad for Yui. That hurted a lot. He was so near to regenerate his HP, but that will last longer. As you can see in here, the members of Kalasag All-Star is really on defensive mode. They really have to make it out all alive and try to prolong the game. But how long? That is the question.
Yep. And with the death timer still at 15 seconds, they have the advantage to maybe take 1 tier 3 turret, but is still gonna be a sight to see. Crosscore is here into the middle lane, hovering with 1 down 9 and Tora. They are into the position. Quinn goes in with a wild charge, not hitting anyone. Man, that's gonna be paying him dearly because Imperial Esports is going to be taking that kill. Mickey's doing his best. Legacy uses the Kunai Blitz, but without any tanks, he's gonna be bursted down by all the damage being packed here by Imperial Esports. Now they are going into the top lane, trying to take this tier 2 turret. Fly is doing his best, pulls in the first piece, but he doesn't pull the full pack off the wave. And it is still gonna be Sophia Nicole getting a Zip Angry Zip Pro as well. Yoi's gonna be taken out. And Imperial Esports takes game number 4, closing this series to a 4-0 sweep.
Oh my! Congratulations, Imperial Esports! You are our champion for the 2022 SIBOL National Team Selection. Congratulations!